You know, I've had the privilege of working with Max Genilo over the last couple summers. We did Camp Totus Tutus together. We had prayer and action together. And there's always one question that gets asked of us, no matter what crowd, usually here in Wichita. They say, which is better, prayer and action or Totus Tutus? Now, it's a question that I tend to avoid and I tend to shy away from because I just don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But, you know, I think I have to address it. After doing a couple summers of Camp Totus Tutus, I realized that at Totus Tutus, we really don't do a whole lot of work. No work really gets done. And then I did a summer of prayer and action, and I was thinking, like, yeah, we're doing a lot of work. We're getting a lot of stuff done. But then I realized that any work that we were doing is just going to have to get redone in a year anyway. So both have their limits of production, but both are truly amazing, wonderful, lovely programs. So give it up to this next guy, Max Genilo, who loves both of those programs very dearly. Max Genilo.
So this first song is called Moonshine Mystic, and I wrote this character called the Moonshine Mystic as a reflection, both for myself and then just kind of as a prayer on what it means to truly see. And that's vague enough to make me sound cool, so I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to play the song. On the sidewalk of the city, I met a barefoot man with a beard down to his chest and an empty coffee can. With both his legs crossed, he was a moonshine mystic. He said, my eyes have been misty since 30 years ago, when I drank from that cup and I fell in love. And when the morning came, I couldn't see, but I felt the rising sun. He said, now that I'm blind, well, I have found the time to fall in love with my neighbors and to make my brother mine. 'Cause in the deserts of your ego, there's not a drop of water, no lake and no river for you to jump in. But with your brothers and sisters, well, we're one and the same. We pick our scabs, we break our bones, and we're searching for a home. Then he folded his hands and sang a tone-deaf hymn, but his words, they were honest, more than any other man. He prayed, oh, dear Father, do you miss your son? Do you hate the distance between both of us? And oh, dear mother, could you kiss your son? Could you fall in love again with the sinner he's become? With a zigzagging hand and a bag of tobacco, he rolled out a cigarette and shared it with me. He said, the more you live, the more you will see. There's a love inside everything, and it's bigger than you and me. So he bowed his head and began to cry. He said, brother, I'm going home, and I'm leaving the chains behind. desert, there's not a drop of water, no lake and no river for you to jump in. But with your brothers and sisters, well, we're one and the same. We pick our scabs, we break our bones, and we're coming home. We pick our scabs, we break our bones, and we're coming home. Cool. That was Moonshine Mystic. Got one more for you guys. It's called Lilacs, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a song I wrote about a time where there was this girl that I was really into, and I was kind of falling for her. And there was this weird thing happening. I think this happens to a lot of people my age. The more my feelings grew for this girl, the more I became aware of how much I don't like myself. It sounds super depressing. Let's listen to this song and get over that. Gas station cigars in the pouring rain. She danced on my driveway and let go her chains. The moment soaked into her hair and defined her curls. Still I breathe the air that blackens my lungs. She pointed at the moon and said, see how she wanes. Look in her eyes, waiting for storms o'er the plains. The only line between us now are the cigarette ashes I flick to the ground. I am no martyr, no saintly calling. I'm just a monster who likes to think he's human. She pointed at the stars and said, see how they burn. Well, in this moment, there's just one lesson to learn. The only line between us and them is a figment of our imagination. But I am no martyr, no saintly calling. I'm just a monster who likes to think he's human. She seems much closer than she should ever be. Before tonight, I'll let it be. And I know someday I might just have a daughter. I'll tell her to stay away from the boys like her father. And I know someday I might just have a daughter. I'll tell her to stay away from the boys like her father. 'Cause I am no martyr, no saintly calling. I'm just a monster who likes to think he's human. She seems much closer than she should ever be. Before tonight, I'll let it be. gas station cigars in the pouring rain. She danced on my driveway, let go her chain. Sick. Thanks for listening, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. That's all I have.